Hey, good morning, everybody. Look what I got here. A bunch of red tomatoes on that plant. I'm so happy that it grew some tomatoes. Like I was telling my husband, there's no way it's going to produce $19.99 worth of tomatoes, but it's still fun to grow things on the porch. So there we have that. And actually, the reason I'm out here is I wanted to show you the week menu. So starting tomorrow, it is supposed to jump up into the 90s and sort of hang there. And it could be mid 90s, could be worse. So I'm having another no cook week. And the way that I'm doing that is, well, I shouldn't, yeah, I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so tomorrow's Monday, and it starts Monday. I'm going to do that stovetop stuffing, of course, on the stovetop, with pork chops that I'm going to do on the stovetop, yellow rice, Brussels sprouts, and applesauce. We always have applesauce with our pork chops. It's a thing. So on Tuesday the 26th, I'm going to do spaghetti and meatballs with mushrooms, peppers, onions. I'm making my own sauce for the first time with canned whole tomatoes and canned, plain tomato sauce. Like I'm making my own pasta sauce. And then I'll serve that with a salad. You know what I should do? I should get just a loaf of sourdough that I don't heat up, like from the store. I wish I'd thought to put that on there. Just pretend it's on there. Then the 27th Wednesday is going to be pinto beans with ham and cornbread. That's what I was going to tell you. The cornbread, I'm going to make that tonight. It's Sunday night. Before the heat starts, I'm going to cover it, stick it in the fridge, and bring it out for the pinto beans so I don't have to cook at all this coming week. Then, in the stove. In the oven. So then Thursday we're going to do BLT sandwiches with deviled eggs and then yogurt and berry parfaits, which is kind of fun to do. I don't know how you do it, but I just take clear cups, like store-bought cups, and I put a layer of yogurt, a layer of granola, a layer of berry, repeat. There you have it. And then on Friday we're having hamburgers with, tomatoes, lettuce, onions, pickles, and then potato chips or some other chips, and melon. I've got a watermelon on my pickup order. Then on Saturday, I've got sausage and shrimp and rice jambalaya. It'll have peppers and onions and all of that. And I may do another loaf of French bread or sourdough or something like that for that day. That's also something I serve cornbread with an awful lot. Last day of July, Sunday the 31st, we're going to have a cold tuna pasta salad with fresh cut veggies. Just like, I'm going to cut up some raw cucumbers, tomatoes, celery, and just put it out for them. And then it's bye-bye July. So today I'm going to show you this, and then I'm also going to do some, I call them unbaked oatmeal cookies. Some people call them cow patties. It's the oatmeal, cocoa, peanut butter, vanilla, sugar. I think that's it. Yeah. And we'll see how that goes. I'm just showing my vanilla that I make by myself. I use grade B vanilla beans. I get them at either Amazon or Costco used to sell them. I like grade B better than grade A. I also use 100 proof vodka, and I know a lot of people use lesser vodka, but that's what I choose to use. And so the reason I have 3 here is because they're in varying degrees of being, made. So I made this one in August. Then the next month I wanted to film it for somebody, so I did it in September. So these 2 are basically done, but I keep the beans. I'd never take the beans out unless I'm going to use them for something special that calls for actual vanilla beans. And then this one was just done on 4/22, and it's a lot lighter. So that's my story on that. All it is vodka and beans and a clean jar. I put them in a dark, cool place, which is my pantry most of the time. It's cookie day. Yeah, these are some of my favorite cookies. These are what I called unbaked oatmeal cookies, and I see by the name here, it's actually classic no-bake cookies by this particular recipe, and I will link that below so you can find the actual recipe. It takes, let's read it so I know, half a cup of butter, and then it takes 2 cups of granulated sugar, and it takes, I didn't think of the milk, so I'm going to put out a half a cup of milk here in a minute. And then a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa. I like this brand of cocoa. I think they say it's chocolatier. Also, I used this brand of peanut butter because it's what I had in the pantry open. And then I used 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's the stuff I have that I made. And then 3 cups of good old-fashioned oats. They're instant, quick oats. Not instant, they're quick oats. So, I'm going to get to the next part. So there's the butter, sugar, milk, and baking cocoa. It's the Dutch cocoa powder, unsweetened. So anyway, I'm going to cook this for exactly 60 seconds. Make sure it's boiling for 60 seconds and use a timer, stirring occasionally. And so after 1 minute of boiling, timed, I'm going to take that off the heat. I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of peanut butter, or whatever it said. I can't remember. I told you before. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to melt that together in there. And then after that's done, I'm going to put the hot stuff into this bowl of oats, and using I'm going to go, well, here, if you've not seen one of these, it looks like an ice cream scooper. I call it a cookie scoop. I used Cut-Rite brand Reynolds wax paper. Put it down here on the counter, and then I just drop by spoonfuls and I leave it alone until it's cool and hardened. Just mix it up real well. As it gets warmer, that chocolate will start to melt with the peanut butter and it'll be all smooth. There we go. I cooked it for exactly 1 minute. Put in the peanut butter, put in the vanilla, mixed it with the oats, and here it is. Now I'm going to take a scooper and hope for the best. And here they are. It made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cookies. They felt all right, and they look like they scooped all right. They cool really fast, so a lot of times you can tell if it's going to work. It's obvious. Now this has got me a little bit worried. You see how that little bit of liquid chocolate looks right there? That's not a good sign. And in my experience, I'm in trouble. Sometimes it happens, and I do it the same way all the time. So it could be that I, used a tiny bit too much of something, or a tiny bit not enough, or I boiled it just a little bit too long, or just a little bit too short. It's a real finicky recipe. For me, in my experience. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's easy, I just throw it together, but I don't work that way. So I'll let you know in maybe an hour. Well, you won't, it'll be right away for you. Okay, they turned out. I am just over the moon that they turned out enough to pick up and eat. Yay! So that's my video for the day. And like I said, I'll post this video in the description video. I will post this recipe in the description below the video. I hope you have a great day, and if you like what you see, I hope you give me a thumbs up, maybe make a comment, think about subscribing. I'd love that. Take care.